Hello, future chemists. Welcome to an exciting journey into the heart of chemical bonding. Today, we are unraveling the fascinating concept of resonance, a key idea in understanding how molecules really behave. We'll start with the basics, then dive deeper, build towards domain level mastery, and finally explore its competitive depth. Let's get started. Ever wondered why some bonds in molecules seem to be in between single and double bonds? That's where resonance comes in. Let's explore this cool concept together. What exactly is resonance? Imagine a molecule where a single Lewis structure just can't fully describe its bonding. Resonance helps us by using a set of contributing structures to show how electrons are spread out. The actual molecule, called a resonance hybrid, is a blend of these structures, making it extra stable. Think of it like a mule, which isn't a horse or a donkey, but a stable hybrid of both. So, why do molecules resonate? It's all about stability. By delocalizing, or spreading out, electrons over multiple atoms, the molecule achieves a lower energy state. This makes the resonance hybrid more stable than any single contributing structure we can draw. We use a double-headed arrow to show these hypothetical structures, like in our example of the carbonate ion, where all CO bonds are identical. Time to test your understanding of these fundamental ideas. Here are 3 practice questions. Take a moment to think about them, apply what you've learned about resonance, and see if you can identify the correct answers. Good luck! Now that we have the basics down, let's dive a bit deeper into the world of resonance. We'll uncover the specific conditions required for resonance and understand its different effects. Resonance isn't random, it requires specific conditions, primarily conjugation. This means you need alternating single and multiple bonds, or a multiple bond next to an atom with a lone pair or an empty orbital. We'll also learn the strict rules for drawing these resonance structures. Remember, only electrons move, not atoms, and they must always be valid Lewis structures. Beyond just drawing structures, we'll explore resonance energy. This is the extra stability a molecule gains from electron delocalization. The higher the resonance energy, the more stable the molecule. We'll also differentiate between positive, plus R, and negative, R, resonance effects, understanding how different groups either donate or withdraw electrons within a conjugated system. Take the example of benzene, a classic molecule. Its incredible stability comes from extensive resonance, with its electrons delocalized over the entire ring. This leads to all carbon-carbon bonds being identical, a perfect blend between single and double bonds. This delocalization is what makes benzene so special and gives it its unique properties. Ready for a deeper challenge? These 5 questions will test your grasp of resonance conditions, the rules for drawing structures, and your understanding of resonance energy and effects. Analyze each problem carefully and apply the concepts we've just discussed. Alright, let's step up our game. In this hard level, we'll analyze the factors that determine the stability of different resonance structures and connect resonance to other crucial chemical theories. Not all resonance structures are created equal. We'll learn how to identify the major contributors to a resonance hybrid based on rules like the number of bonds, octet completion, and charge distribution. Understanding these stability factors is key to predicting the true nature of a molecule and its reactivity. A structure with more bonds and fewer charges is typically more stable. We'll also explore the profound connection between resonance and aromaticity. Huckel's rule, with its 4n plus 2 pi electrons, defines a special type of resonance that grants exceptional stability to cyclic, planar, conjugated systems. Then, we'll clarify the differences and similarities between resonance and hyperconjugation to distinct but related electron delocalization phenomena. This detailed comparison will solidify your understanding. Finally, we'll look at the practical applications of resonance. You'll see how resonance beautifully explains differences in acidity and basicity, influences bond lengths, and guides the reactivity of molecules in various chemical reactions. From carboxylic acids to benzene's unique bond lengths, resonance is everywhere, providing elegant explanations for experimental observations. Now it's time for a more challenging set of questions. These 7 problems will require you to apply your knowledge of resonance stability, compare it with other concepts, and think critically about its implications. Good luck tackling these tougher challenges. Welcome to the hardest level, where we'll delve into resonance with the depth required for competitive exams like GMAT. We'll explore its quantitative aspects, theoretical underpinnings, and advanced applications. We begin with the quantitative aspects of resonance energy. How is this stability measured experimentally and theoretically? We'll discuss how heats of hydrogenation reveal the extra stability gained by delocalization. Then, we'll shift to a molecular orbital theory perspective, understanding resonance not as electron shifting, but as a fundamental property of delocalized pi-electron systems, where atomic p orbitals combine to form delocalized molecular orbitals spanning multiple atoms. Next, we'll examine resonance in reaction mechanisms. Resonance stabilization of carbocations, carbanions, and free radicals is crucial for understanding reaction pathways, rates, and product formation. We'll also draw a clear distinction between resonance and tautomerism, highlighting that resonance involves electron movement within a single structure, while tautomerism involves atomic rearrangement between distinct isomers in equilibrium. We'll then dive into advanced examples such as polyenes and heteroaromatic compounds. You'll see how extensive resonance in polyenes gives them vibrant colors and how heteroatoms like nitrogen or oxygen participate in aromatic systems, profoundly affecting their properties and reactivity. This deeper look will show the versatility and power of the resonance concept across various molecular structures. Finally, we'll critically examine the limitations of the resonance concept. While incredibly useful, it's a theoretical model, not a physical reality. The molecule doesn't oscillate, it exists as a single hybrid. This understanding helps appreciate its utility while acknowledging its conceptual boundaries. This comprehensive view prepares you for any question on resonance in competitive exams. You've reached the pinnacle. Here are the first 5 questions in our hardest level. These problems demand a deep conceptual understanding, analytical skills, and the ability to synthesize information. Take your time, apply all the advanced concepts we've covered, and strive for precision in your answers. And here are the remaining 5 questions for our hardest level. These will further challenge your mastery of resonance, pushing you to think critically and apply your knowledge to complex scenarios. Tackle these with confidence, and remember, every question is an opportunity to solidify your understanding. You've completed an in-depth exploration of resonance in chemical bonding. From basic definitions to advanced applications, you've gained crucial insights. To further enhance your learning and practice, visit synapse.omaps.in for more resources, quizzes, and personalized learning paths. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting chemistry lessons. Keep learning, keep exploring.